1 2 1 2 test. Now it should be good. Can you hear my
Yes,
voice? Yeah,
yes.
yeah, hey, let's go. I am doing fantastic. Thanks for having me, Eddie. How are you doing?
Hey, it's a pleasure. I'm good, and you?
Yeah, doing great. I mean, it's pretty hot here in where I'm at right now, so it is a sweaty and sticky one, but I'm doing fantastic.
All right. Cool. So let's start with an introduction. I mean, I can still figure out. I think we choose Quentin. We can call you
Yeah, yeah,
Autrush.
yeah. So either Autrush or Quentin, but I go by either. I don't really mind it. I'm just being me.
Excellent, excellent. Do you want to give us a quick introduction before we send the famous clip that?
Yes, yeah, got us to meet and
Yeah,
know
exactly.
each other. Yeah, yeah. I'm Quentin. I'm from Quebec. I'm 24 years old. I've been watching Twitch for a long. I think my account was created in something like 2013 or 14. So it's been a while since I watched Twitch. I can't deny I've watched pretty much everything that you can think about on this platform, and I'm someone who likes to travel a lot. I've been traveling a lot over the past years. I went like backpacking to the West Coast in the US. I went
Nice.
to British Columbia in Canada for a while. I spent not this last year, but the 2 ones before, I pretty much spent them there on a ski resort. So that was a lot of fun. And when I came back, I mean, I already had the idea in mind when I was there, but I wanted to start streaming. So that's where I'm at right now.
Nice. I didn't know you were traveling. A lot of things I I learned today as well. So that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
So you just did the West Coast or
Uh, so basically, the way I went to travel was my stepfather is a trucker, so most of the time he would just like take me halfway through or so, like let's say Calgary or
yeah.
something like that, and then he would just drop me off, and I would start hitchhiking to get to my destination. So yeah, pretty much I've done like across Canada like 2 or 3 times hitchhiking like halfway through. So that was a pretty nice special experience, but
Did you do other countries as well or just Canada?
I've traveled some countries when I was younger. I've did like France, Switzerland, and Greece because I'm half Swiss, so I've seen some family there, and I've got my grandparents that lived in Greece, so I went there a couple of times. But that's when I was like much younger. Since I'm an adult, I only went to the U.S. West Coast and to Canada. But I've traveled across Canada a couple of times.
Cool, cool. I never went to the West, so something I'm looking towards it one day. But that's
Oh
it.
yeah, it's definitely worth it.
I'm sure. All right. So what I want to do now, we're gonna show the clip that made me laugh a lot, and I'll probably still laugh when I'm gonna watch it
Yeah, I still laugh every time I watch this clip. It
because
still gets me.
you took it pretty well, and that's what's funny. Because like it would probably be less funny if you would have just been mad about it. But you know,
Uh,
it's just genuine. So let's not spoil anything.
well,
I'll
yeah.
just show it. And
Amazing.
Hey, what's up, Torpedo? Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Control R, I can zoom out. I'm so fucking gullible, dude. Okay, well, I mean, good one, dude.
is it me or your face turned red of like being trolled?
Yeah, I mean, I literally realized right away. It took like half a second, and then I was like, well, you just got debated like big time. I guess I just felt dumb because that's kind of my type of thing to do, and like falling for it felt kind of like, okay, dude, you got me. But again, like I took it well because that was at the beginning of my stream. I was like an hour and a half in. I wasn't that far into the game, so it was kind of easy to take it good because it took me like 10 minutes to come back. So not too much, but it might have been a different clip if that happened like 6 hours in the stream. Like I might
Yeah.
have lost my temper, which is possible. It hasn't really happened too much so far, but everything's possible.
Yeah, for people that don't know what happened is that well, you maybe can explain the game because I tried the game 5 minutes and then I stopped, so you probably can explain the game
Yeah,
better.
yeah. So yeah, that's the usual reaction to that game. So basically, you just like that dude in the pot, and you only control the tip of the hammer, and the goal is to climb up. But it's really just like really like intense on the nerves because you keep falling down and then you have to come back up. So it's really just like it plays on your mind a lot. Like it's a rough game, but the only reason I really completed it is because it was on stream. Like any game that I start on stream
Yeah.
and I say I'm gonna finish it, there's no way I back out of this. It's like a promise I made. I would be lying to my viewers and I would be lying to myself. I can do that. So doing it on stream definitely made it more enjoyable. But yeah, so what happened is someone tuned into my stream, gave me a follow, So as I was thanking him, he just wrote in chat, press Control R to zoom out, and I was like, well, zooming out would be actually pretty nice. I would like see where I'm going and stuff. So it literally took me like 1 second to Control R, and then that resets the game from the start. So yeah, right away I knew what happened, and I was like, yeah, okay, I mean, good one. What can you do about it, right?
Exactly. No, that was really funny. I mean, I wasn't following at that time because what happened is that there's a Reddit. I'm not a big Reddit user as well. Like, it's not something I was, looking on. It's not really the type of thing as I used to do. But um, for some reason, I was on live stream fails and then I was scrolling down. So usually it's a thread for, like, I guess you can call it fails. Like, there's plenty of things. Let's say big highlights, and you were actually like basically trending. Like that clip has like 48,000 views right now. So like, just because of the flag as well, since you're from Quebec, I just like, oh my god, that's so funny. And you were speaking English, which is, like something also that since I'm streaming in English and I speak French too, I was kind of, oh, who's that guy? And then I looked that up, and that's where I see that you were just starting. And I think the next day you became affiliate, or 2 days after?
Yeah, so I was something like maybe 8 followers away from affiliate on that day, and basically like 5 minutes after I got debated, like I started having some people show up, and I was like, "Oh, welcome to the stream," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I just had to reset because someone like trolled me," and then people were like, "Yeah, I know, like I saw it on Reddit," and I was like, "Wait, what? Like, am I on Reddit?" And then one of my mods, a friend of mine, said, "Yeah, I put you on live stream fail," and then during that day, like people kept showing up, and even like people just following the stream through Reddit, so they were not necessarily in chat, but I got a bunch of follows, like close to 20 followers on that day. So after I closed my stream that day, I got the email from Twitch saying like, "Oh, welcome to the affiliate program." And I was super stoked. I was on a cloud that day. That felt so
Oh
good.
yeah,
I
that
poured
probably.
myself a drink. I was like celebrating. It was super nice. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, like, especially since I'm pretty sure, like, not that it was not intended, but like it's a pure, like, genuine reaction. Like, you just like play the game, you get trolled, you don't push to make, the clip, like, you're just playing, and then that happens. I mean, it's completely deserved. So I wanted to know as well, like, because we didn't speak about it, and that's why, like, that's I guess maybe the point of the podcast as well. But to understand before that clip, or before anything, like, like you were streaming maybe for how long? What were you streaming? Was it like, were you on? No, I don't know if you had any objective. We can talk about it later. But how was it before basically being an affiliate? Or
yeah, so by the way, I'm gonna take off the glasses. I don't always wear
yeah,
glasses,
it's just
but I wanted to fit with the logo. I mean, it's a great
of
logo that
course.
someone made for me. So now that I made it good, you can now see my eyes. Look at those eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I started streaming in May. I did not really have a plan in mind, other than I wanted to have fun. Like it's been a while since I wanted to start streaming, and basically I was like, in May I got a good bunch of resolution, started making food for myself. I started working out, so I was like, let's start streaming, get everything going on at the same time. I'm kind of an all or nothing guy, so
Okay.
that was just like, go for it all. So yeah, I started in May. I was streaming mostly like League of Legends at the start, but the thing with League of Legends is I was playing that like a lot of years ago, and I got like I got bit and started liking it a lot, but now I lost the passion for it. So I don't see myself streaming League 5 days a week. I think this game just like sucks out your soul like a succubus, like faster than ever. So I was like, no, I can't do it. But yeah, I did a bunch of streams like that. I had a couple of viewers, like nothing crazy. Like I had pretty much an average of one viewer like on my streams.
Okay.
But and then I started like branching out on some stuff. The first game that I played that had a lot of success, I guess it's so I advertised my stream on my own Facebook, so I had a lot of people that I've known for a while that tuned in and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I was playing Jump King, which is pretty much similar to Getting Over It, in that it's just a game that's made to fuck up with your mind, mess with your mind, and like it's just harsh. Like you keep falling down, you have to go back up. It's really like mentally difficult. And I played through that game. People enjoyed it a lot, and so did I, because doing it on stream made it really fun. Like even though I would rage sometime, like I had a lot of fun. And then I played a couple of other games like Subnautica, Dark Souls, stuff like that. So I'm not really branching on any game in particular because I feel like that's gonna get me burned out. And
Yeah.
what I want to do the most is enjoy what I do so that I can be more enjoyable to watch at the same time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really enjoy getting over it. I got a couple of other like ideas of like similar games, you know, like the other level and Jump King, Pogo Stuck, like a lot of games that are just gonna be super mentally draining, but that people usually like watching someone fail and rage. So I think it's a good choice of game. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to try Pogo Stick. I saw, I think it's XQC that was streaming it, a few other streamer. I have a hard time playing those kind of games. So, I mean, I see you play games because I think we have a totally different, like, kind of not, well, I mean, I guess preference for games because I wouldn't be able to last probably an hour streaming. Like, a good thing when I streamed it for 10 minutes. I probably had like one viewer in chat. So, like, you know, that I don't even know if I have still the clip on, like the VOD on, but it's nothing interesting. Like nobody would click on that just because I see when you were streaming it and it was fun because you were like really trying hard. But I wouldn't be. I would just be freaking pissed all the time and just
Yeah.
smash my keyboard. So it's not for me.
Yeah, I kind of like discovered the masochist side of me playing those games that I did not really knew I had, but I guess. But again, I would never do that. I would not inflict that on myself off stream. But since it's on stream and now, like especially since I usually have some people like chatting and there to like basically enjoy it with me, so it makes it even more enjoyable. And yeah, like I said, I can not do it. Once I start it, I have to finish. You know, there's no other option.
Oh, but that's interesting. Like that's also like I think the main interesting point is that when you have viewer like especially since like that happens with the clip as well, and then you had a bunch of following, like people enjoy what they see, and I think it makes it easier to also enjoy yourself because like we'll be honest, if you only have like one or two people playing it and you just get pissed, I think, except if you really like the game, but I guess it's hard to like a lot getting over it. I mean, I don't know. I what
Yeah.
you know, if you play it off stream, I don't think you play for an hour straight, and you probably played it for like 3, 4, 6 hours at some point.
Oh
So
yeah, I played it for a while. Like it's actually crazy. But the thing is, like, I actually got addicted to it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop in like 3 minutes, and then I would see myself playing for like another hour, another half hour, and it's just crazy. I don't know, but again, like, it's not a game that you enjoy really for the gameplay itself, but it's more for the reward that you get at the end, because the feeling is just insane. Like, I guess you get like some like dopamine or whatever
yeah,
released
like
in
kind
your
of
body, and it's just great.
a
Like it
rush of
feels so good.
adrenaline for sure.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So I wanted to see also because you said that it's been like probably since 2013. I mean, it's a similar story, and I explained it in a recent video I did. I mean, I was probably following back in when it was like Justin.tv, like, you know, there was like, it was really not well known at that time.
Yeah.
And like what was your biggest motivation? Like you just decided because you wanted to? Like, I mean, I guess you probably, one of the reason because you watch a lot of people, is that probably motivate you to do it, but what was the main reason?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's that, you know, after like spending a lot of time watching streams, you kind of want to be like the one behind the computer doing it, but on the other side, because I mean, I guess you're behind the computer as well when you watch, but like, I just felt like, and it looks fun. Like there's no streamer that I watched that did not seem to enjoy what he was doing, right? Like, because
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point of doing it if you don't enjoy it? And I mean,
Mhm.
I spent a lot of time playing video games and stuff like that, and kind of like I would not enjoy playing the games as much as I did before. Like whether like it was League of Legends that I had so much fun playing before, I
Mhm.
don't as much now. Like I had my World of Warcraft phase where I would go to sleep at like 6 in the morning after
Yeah.
playing, and like all of like Call of Duty, like all of those games. And I feel like I don't have the like thrill that I had before, but playing it with people watching, it's just like having a friend over to
Yeah.
play a game. Like some games I would never play alone, but if I play it with a friend or just have some people watching or people toying around,
Yeah.
it makes it a totally different like experience.
Yeah.
And yeah, like so many streamers that I've watched that just seem to really get like a boost of having the chat and having like the Twitch experience. So yeah, that really like got me to. It's been a while that I want to try, and
Mhm.
like I said, I just had like a boost of like motivation to make changes in my life. So I was like, I'm doing it now, and like I wish I started it right at the beginning of quarantine, but
Same. Like
yeah.
a lot of things. Like, I mean, I started maybe a little like not too late, but I did the same. Like I was thinking a lot like for the past few years, but then I just made the jump. I started June, but like I could have started in March. That would be like so much time invested because I was like at some point not working as well. So like like you have so much time, so you can create so much content. So it's kind of taking a bad situation into your own hand and just like make it better for yourself. So that's also very interesting. So basically, when you were saying like you're playing a games and then because I mean, the way I see it is like I'm 24. I didn't have a computer before streaming because like I was like on other things. I had my laptop, but I wasn't playing much except Hearthstone, which doesn't I can play on my Mac and just it doesn't cost anything. But the fact that when I was younger, when I was watching more stream or like I was playing it more for the social like with friends or like it was way more social. And the fact that now, let's say like you're an adult, you probably don't play with as much people as you used to when you were 16, 17 or something like that. So now that you're streaming, you kind of get either friends or people that just start following and your viewers, so they become also kind of friends or people to play with. So that makes it also, I feel like, the same way you said, like it makes it just way more fun to play just because of that.
Yeah, more like rewarding for just the like social like interaction that you get. And that's another thing that during the quarantine you didn't really have, right? Like
Yeah.
you did not get to go see your friends. So I mean, I ended up playing like games with some people that I had not talked to in a while, just because everyone was like, well, let's get some like social action a little bit, like play games online or whatnot. So
Yeah, because
that
nobody else
definitely
like nobody was doing anything, so better tune in your stream and just play a game with you. I mean, that's why like if you start in March, like someone like there's probably plenty of people. Like I mean, sometimes you don't know as well. It's not like if you prepare yourself for a pandemic, but I think it's just like a timing that we both took, not at the same time, but we took the decision to do something that we were both thinking for a while. Let's see here. So basically, like I know you had the kind of you had the clip and everything, so you started streaming, I think what, beginning of May, or was it
I think kind of like on and off with like less good schedule, if you want. Like I was not as regular.
Yeah.
Now I'm really on like a 5 days a week schedule that I respect as much as I can, other than like some exceptions. I'm really like regular. Sorry. And yeah, like I started with a schedule of like 12 to 4. And I mean, my schedule now is pretty much like 10 to 6 or like whatever happens.
Yeah.
Like whenever I start and I keep going because I mean, I can't stop sometime. Like
Yeah.
I think like 2 days ago or something like that, I was saying I was going to stop and I kept playing for like 2 hours and a half. So like, I don't have like a fixed schedule, but I try to respect like the like
the start,
that
I guess.
said. Yeah, exactly. At least the start and the days that I say I'm going to stream. And now like the thing is like, I've kind of slowed down on ideas a bit because I'm going to have to, I mean, I'm working tomorrow. I don't know yet if I'm going to have to start working full time, but I'm going to have to start working again. So I don't know if it's going to affect my schedule or anything. I hope not.
Yeah.
I hope I can manage to like find a balance because I just want to keep doing it, right? Like, especially I've got a bunch of subscribers now. So I feel like I owe it to them and also to myself to just like keep going with the project. So like I might see some changes in the schedule and whatever happens, but I definitely want to keep like having it work, even though like quarantine is over now and we're starting to roll normal life again. But
yeah, but I mean, it's still something. I mean, at the same time, like you kind of have a certain like, I guess, well, we can say hype, but like it's something like right now you're on pace and you're doing great. So like stop right like between it. Like I mean, just like while you're doing good would just like kind of be for nothing.
Like, I don't know what's the expression, but something like be like forge the metal while it's hot. Like it's like don't wait, like don't let it cool down because then you're gonna have missed it. So like that's pretty much what I'm thinking. Like once I started the machine, I don't want to stop it. Like I want to keep going and I want to push it as much as I can and see where I can get. I don't want to like stop and start again. Like it doesn't seem good to me. I just want to keep going and pushing it as much as I can.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I mean, as long as the schedule works, even though the hours sometimes can get in, like I think it's really depends. Like I mean, I know I stream less day than you because my schedule can't really make it more, but at the same time I kind of find a way to put content elsewhere than Twitch. That's one of the question I had, just because let's say now, like, I mean, not that you were, I don't think you were expecting having a clip being viral that quick, but
Definitely not.
but it's like how you're looking to grow your channel. What's your, like, I mean, you probably have certain objective you want, you don't have to share everything, but like what's your growth thinking?
Yeah, so I mean, my first objective was affiliate. Obviously, like I knew it would be fairly easily doable, like after promoting to like my Facebook and stuff like that. For a while, the one thing I was missing was the average, because I think you need like an average of 3 viewers,
Mm-hmm.
and I pretty much like streamed for almost a month with like an average of 1 viewer. So like it
Yeah.
took a while after that for like, even though I was averaging 7, it took a while to take the average up. But so yeah, I got there. And now I haven't really set myself a goal just yet. I'm kind of waiting for my job, like see how I do with that, because
Yeah.
I want to pump out some ideas. I've got some ideas. I'll actually give you a leak of something I thought I've never said on stream, but we'll do that later. But I've got a couple of ideas, and I want to keep on having good ideas, you know, like just finding new stuff, just
Being creative,
new, unique stuff, niche ideas. Like I want to find some stuff and try to push it as much as I can. And then for sure, I mean, I'll set up a goal, whether it's a sub goal or just even a follow goal. But I'll definitely like put some goals just to give yourself some more incentive, because it's always easier to do something when you have a goal in mind, because you also kind of get a reward of just reaching that goal, and getting a reward is fun. I mean, every human likes a reward. Like
I mean,
work, right? So,
when the reward is a few subs, you can't you can't stop it. I mean, I can't speak. I mean, I just started. Like, I mean, we have my follower count just on your shoulder, but I mean, it's something you have to put yourself out there. I mean, yeah, right there. It can maybe go up a bit.
This is hard, man, with the delay.
But yeah, I mean, it's I think we kind of not have the same mindset. It's just that it's important to have the goals, because I mean, sometimes I would watch people streaming, even people that I know from high school, or people that used to stream as well, or they stop, and it's just sometimes it's just because either you don't have a goals, or you're not steady on schedule, or you just don't do any other idea. Like, I mean, to be honest, like, you know, if you just stream League of Legends, or even I tried the few stream and I see it didn't work, I was streaming Hearthstone, even though I'm good, I mean, nobody wants to watch that. There's nobody that's gonna click on it, because there's like thousands of channels streaming it. So like, you have to be creative, and you have to put yourself out there.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen your YouTube video about it exactly. The other day.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's also what I found out, because you know, like streaming League of Legends, streaming Hearthstone, there's so many people. There's already the people that are like established in there.
Yeah.
But stuff that I stream, like, I mean, getting over it, you get all the peoples that just want to see, like,
Yeah.
you know, it's more like a small community. But sometimes, like, I mean, there's some people that found my stream while I was playing Getting Over It,
Yeah.
and they're still tuning it, like today when I will be like playing chess, or I'll be playing Sekiro or whatever. Like, people will still like stick if they like the content. So
Exactly.
that's why I feel, I know it's like the worst strat to growing a channel, to like play different stuff all the time and being completely not regular. Like, I don't even know what I'm gonna be streaming on Monday, right? Like, I mean, I kind of do, but again, like, I don't plan stuff ahead that much, so I know it's not a good strat. But so far, like, even if I only have like 3 people chatting, I'm stoked, you know. Like, the hardest part of streaming is when you don't have anyone, so you're just like, you gotta speak when there's nobody, and that's the hardest part, honestly. Like, that was really hard. But now if there's at least like 2 or 3 people, then it's just it makes it easy, and then you're more yourself and you interact and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, I mean, as soon as someone just tune in, start to chat, then you see, like, you know, the energy, the vibe gets into it. So for you, like you say, like, as long as you have like 2-3 people, like, your day is already done. Like, I mean, you're already good. Your mood is up. You have the people that you want. So whether it's 3 or 10 or 50, well, you're just gonna be way more happy if you have 50, obviously. But you know, it's we're gonna all hope to have that. But it's just a great feeling as long as you have just one person chatting.
Yeah, and on that note, like, it's something that I really find wholesome, how like the small streamer community is really there to like help each other out. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you're a good example of it. You know, you saw my clip, you reached out to me. Now like we're doing something together, and
Yeah.
I like that. I want more of that. I think it's
Yeah.
great. And I mean, I got a host when I was playing Getting Over It with like I think 25 people, and I
Yeah.
mean I never even had 25 people watching me at the time. Like my peak might have been 15, and then boom, just raids you. You know, sends a lot of love, and like it feels so good. Like I mean, I was actually gonna stop my stream. I said like, oh, I'm gonna finish in 6 minutes,
Yeah.
and then I got a host and I kept playing for like over an hour, and it just felt so good. And some of these people are still there like daily in my chat, and I went back in that stream and like watched the stream. I really had a good time. You know, it's just like all the smaller communities that are there's more of a like personal feel to it
Yeah.
compared to like the 40,000 viewer
Fortnite.
streams,
Yeah.
which is like it's great. I mean, don't get me wrong. I watch XQC and all those like big names. I watch
Yeah.
them and have a lot of fun. But you don't get the like close feeling of like being personal with the community. You know?
Yeah. No, it's way tough. Tougher. I don't know if it's a word, but anyways, to like, especially for them. Like, I mean, sometimes they can get more personal, but like it's way harder for sure. But like for
Yeah.
us as a small streamer, like even right now, me, I'm playing more in the MMO genre, so I'm not sure how long it's gonna be. Right now, that's how I figure out to see my kind of growth. But
Mm-hmm.
you see people are more genuine when they come in. Like it's a smaller community, but like there's more chance of people just try to follow. Like the person that was in my chat yesterday was like almost partner. She's playing Star Wars every single day, but she's like really, she tuned in my chat having the goal of just meeting more people instead of just grinding the 40k viewer. I mean, I wish I would have that many people, but I think it's also, there's a road ahead. That's why it's a path, right? That's what they put in the streaming manager. But like you I think make it more personal for the start. I think it's the way to go. So what's your who are your inspiration? Because I mean we spoke about, I mean, I said XQC, that's the first name because everyone know him, but like since you have a long background, like what, who are the more inspiration?
So I guess I'll say three because I mean I've watched, like I said, like I've watched all kinds of streamer, whether it's like IRL, League. Like, I've watched literally every game that you can think about. But if I had to say three, there would be like for different reasons. But XQC mostly for the energy and for I mean I guess we can kind of relate to him. You know,
Yeah,
like
because
he's from
he's,
Quebec.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
I mean like I used to play football against his school, like like it's
Yeah,
there's something to it, but
there's a
just for his
connection.
energy, man. Like the guy can just keep on going for so long without stopping, and I mean I admire that. I think he's insane, and
Yeah,
he's just so good. Like his content skull is great, but there would be Wreckful. I mean
yeah.
we all know what happened, but yeah,
Rest
I
in
really
peace.
like looked up to Wreckful. I think he did so much for the community, but also I mean the best streams that I watched in my life were his streams with Forsen. So I like Forsen as well. I wouldn't put it in my like inspiration, but like the Wreckful and Forsen streams are really the time when like IRL was not that big at the time, or just
Yeah.
even them like talking, having a drunk stream or whatever. And I just it kind of like changed my mind on like, wow, it's not actually just watching video games. It's actually like liking the streamers for who they are and how they're making you laugh and stuff like that. I had so much fun with that. So these two, and another one is a much smaller streamer, but it's mostly for his sense of humor and his ability to actually create content. He's not that big of a streamer, but his
Okay.
name is Bob7. I've seen it. I've seen him on a couple of Austin shows and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I think the guy is just his humor is some next level stuff that not everyone gets. A lot of people hate him, but I think it's just hilarious. Like I respect the guy. I hope that maybe at some point, if I get a little bit bigger or something, I could do like a collab with him, or just even like he does some kind of podcast if you want, or he'll just like give advice to chat or whatever, get some callers in, and he
Yeah.
does. I mean, he streams maybe like twice or three times a month, so not often.
Okay.
But I don't know. I really like his content. I think he's a great
Yeah, I
streamer.
never heard of him. I'll see. I'll have to look
Yeah,
into
he's
Twitch.
not for everyone, and like I said, he doesn't stream a lot, but you'll see him. Like yesterday, there was an Austin show, and he wasn't there, and he doesn't miss. Like he always makes me laugh, and
Okay.
he's just there like looking like he's super serious, but I mean he's playing a game, right? Like he's playing a person, but it's super funny. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's also interesting because like I was not assuming that you would have someone like I guess smaller, but sometimes like even like there's some streamer even though they might have a smaller community, like maybe like 1,000 people. Thank you, Frika Berlin,
Hey,
for the
what's up, Frida?
follow. I recognize that name from someone's stream.
Yeah,
So basically, like sometimes even though we see someone that maybe have like 1,000 followers or 30, 40, like even like I would say like 5 to 10,000 follower maybe and below kind of still is a small streamer depending of like the average viewer they have, but
hmm
they can still make an impact. I'm sure he has a lot of followers even though he's not mainstream, but like sometimes like you can make an impact even though you're not that big just because of your content and the personality that you have.
yeah. And also there's something that he thinks, like one of his mindset is that he says he really wants, because there are some people, even whether it's in chat or some smaller streamers, there are some people that are great, that
Yeah.
either like have a hidden talent or are actually good at making people laugh, have some good original ideas. And what Bob does is like, if he says something, he'll acknowledge it, whether it's like a comment in chat that he finds really funny, like he'll give credit for it, or he
Mm-hmm.
will do some stuff that he'll just like get people in and try to like almost have them do stand up if you want,
Okay.
just because he wants to give like an opportunity to people to like, you know, show themselves, like actually show like what they have to offer. And I
Yeah.
think that's great because like yeah, I mean, there's some people, there might be a streamer with one viewer that's actually like the funniest person in the world, but you just don't know it because it's hard to break
To
through, right?
grasp the yeah, no, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't prepare more question. We went. No,
We
it
went
was.
through it all already.
I mean, I felt it was good. I mean, a good at least 30 minutes. But I don't know if you had anything else. Like, I mean, I just had my question, but like, I mean, it's a free for all. Doesn't matter what we say.
Yeah. So I guess one thing I'll say that I didn't mention, which is like, if some people are gonna find the video and want to know about me, one thing unique thing that I started doing on my stream is like, basically at the same time as I was like getting all my good resolution, I wanted to get into like meditation or
Oh
just like
no,
breathing techniques.
I know what you're gonna say. I think.
Yeah. And so yeah, so one of my friend, like I was starting a technique that I saw on actually the Dr. K stream with Rekful
Okay.
that I watched fully, and basically gave Rekful a breathing technique that I enjoyed. It's like the alternate nostril breathing that I did for a bit. And then one of my friends showed me a breathing technique, which is Wim Hof breathing technique. The guy is called the Iceman in some places because like he's done some crazy stuff, like whether it's like a swimming competitions or just like staying in ice water for super long and like climbing a mountain just with boxers and like
Jeez.
fighting the cold with only his mind and his breathing. Like it's crazy. So like now at the end of every of my stream, I do a 10 minutes of his guided breathing method, which is like kind of a weird thing to do on Twitch, if I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest. Like if I have 15 viewers and I do that, I know that I'm gonna drop at least to like 10
Half
or
of it.
even
Yeah,
below.
exactly.
But like because the crowd on Twitch is way too ADHD for that. But I feel like that's why I'm doing it as well, because some people don't take the time to relax. And I mean, it's only a 10 minutes, and especially with the games that I've been playing lately, like if I mauled over like getting over it for 6 hours, it's probably a good thing for me to take like 10 minutes to refocus on myself, you know,
Yeah.
get the oxygen going and just giving myself a reset. So I've been doing that every day, which is kind of my thing, if you want. And the one thing that it's not planned whatsoever, but if I say it, I'm gonna do all that I can to do it. But I would like to do in real life stream
Yeah.
of me trying to stay for 10 minutes in a pool with ice. So I don't know, like
Oh.
he made some people do it in his he has like a seminar in Poland, I believe,
Okay.
where he does that, which is like the ultimate goal would be to go there and live stream the seminar, but I don't think
Yeah.
that's
Well, I
possible.
mean, yeah.
But the like small step I could do would be to like on stream try to go in ice water and just stay in there for 10 minutes. That's something that I've been thinking about a lot for the past days. If I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it in the summer, I guess, because
Yeah. I mean, it's a
just for
better
like
idea.
how like convenient it is to have like a inflated pool outside or something like that. Whether if it's gonna be in a bath, I don't know. I don't even have any idea. The best would be able to do it and have a sauna ready for afterwards. But
Yeah.
again, that's like a big
A
thing
lot
that
of
I don't have.
technicalities to figure out,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
mean,
exactly.
since you said it, and it's gonna be on YouTube for I don't know, God knows how long. You'll be able to go back to it, and people are gonna be able to send it to you, the little clip of that. But
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think it's doable. There's a lot of things that you can work out. I mean, live streaming in Quebec, I don't know. I mean, you have to have a good Wi-Fi, I guess, or
Yeah, that's
either
the
a
thing,
good
because
plan.
our cellular data is
Is
way too
shit.
crap to be able to stream. So that's
Yeah.
like, but so yeah, so that's an idea. I don't know when that would be. I want to do it like now that I've put it in my mind. It's like I can take it off, and
Mm-hmm.
it just fits. You know, I've been doing the breathing technique every day for like 5 days a week for like the past 2 months. So I mean, it only seems
Okay.
fitting, and but other than that, like a direction for the future of my stream, it's like right now I'm playing different games. I'm doing whatever I want. Yesterday I played some chess. Maybe I'll do some more chess, just like get the five head going
Yeah.
a little bit. But one thing in the long run, who knows like where I'll get. But one thing I want to do is, I guess that's a goal that I have. I would love to go to TwitchCon. I believe TwitchCon San Diego is gonna happen in September. I don't know if I'll be able to go there, but I mean, yeah, September is coming real soon. So
Yeah.
if it's there, it's like real soon. But I would love to go there. That would be super nice. And other than that, I would love to do some IRL streaming, because I mean, I still have the travel bug like in me. Like for now, I've kind of settled down, but I
Yeah.
want to go to Europe. I want to go to South America. I want to go to Scandinavia is a place that I really want to go. So like, there's a lot of stuff that I want to do. And if I could actually combine that with my newfound passion for streaming, that would
Yeah.
be the best of both worlds. Because I already know that I've like kind of hinted at the idea in my stream, and some people were like, "Yeah, that would be fun, like watching
That's
in real
great
life
content.
streaming, like while traveling." And I mean, every time that I've traveled, it's been so fun. I've been extremely lucky, just met some people, and everything just flows so well that if I could combine that and have the stream like feel the feel that I have for travel, of everything going super well and just crazy stuff, like I feel like it would be great. And even like maybe cooking streams, I don't know, anything that could be
Yeah,
like
I have a lot of
sharing a part of your life.
we're we're sharing a bit of a similar kind of idea for content, because like I mean, I really want to figure out like the like I right now I'm enjoying gaming, but like cooking is like, you know, I'm really want to do that with my girlfriend. It's gonna be really funny, and I'm watching a streamer that really I like. I don't know if you know him, but it's NMP Lol. If you
Yeah,
watch Show Up Poppin', you probably know him. But he does a lot of cooking every day, and it's so fun. And I know like the content is so great, and at the same time, I'm literally trash at cooking, and my girlfriend is really good, but she's really messy. So I feel there's
okay.
already a story there. Like there's already
Yeah, yeah,
something,
it
you
makes
know.
for a good
There's
combo.
juice for content. So
Yeah, yeah.
and she really travels a lot, and she gave me a lot of like the, I don't know how you say it, but I really want to travel a lot
Mhm.
with her as well. So it's kind of a, you know, mixing traveling and live streaming. I think it's just the best of both worlds as well. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of figuring out, I think, on streaming. I think if you want, I don't know if we're gonna end it like that, but at least you can maybe give yourself the time to plug whatever content or stream Twitch that you have.
Yeah, yeah. Let me just verify, because I'm not even sure what I mean, anyway, the most important is my stream, so you know I'll put the glasses back just to fit with my logo, you know, so that people know who's talking. But yeah. So again, first of all, I mean, thank you so much, Eddie, for having me. This has been great. I mean, you said it's your first time doing an interview, a podcast, or whatever. I think you've been doing great. I
Thank you.
like all of it. I mean, the setup is great. Your questions, everything. I've had a lot of fun, honestly. I would say like we should do that again, but I
Yeah,
don't know what
but
we would talk
let's
about.
let's
But
get
I
it to
mean,
partner. Okay, so next time you get partner,
yeah,
you'll come
partner
back on
is
my
like,
show.
yeah,
Yeah, but
it's up there,
whatever.
it's up there. But I don't know, man. Maybe we, who knows? Maybe we
But
find an idea of something we could do together.
yeah,
Maybe
that's
we
for
start.
sure. A lot of
But
things.
yeah, I think you're doing great, man. And I really hope you keep pushing stuff. I mean, your YouTube content is good. I hope everything goes well for you. And I again
Thank you.
thank you so much for having me and just finding me through that clip and taking the time to reach out. I think it's great. But
Yeah.
so yeah, so that's for the thanks. Okay, so twitch.tv/Autrush. I'm live on weekdays. Uh, let's say 12 Eastern and more. But yeah, I pretty much stream in the middle of the day Eastern time. Different games. Right now, like next week, I'm gonna be playing Sekiro, and maybe like include maybe not Jump King, but I'll find something to put in there. Maybe some chess. Who knows? But
Chess.
yeah, make sure to tune in and. yeah, that's pretty much it.
It was really fun, honestly. I didn't know what to expect, but I had the idea and I'm like, okay, let's do it right now, even though I only had like probably 10 followers when I asked. But it's just really, you know, like you put it out there and you figure it out on the way. But it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. And I really hope we're going to do other things as well, because I feel like there's great content, and it was really great having you on the show, I guess I can call that.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see we'll see next time. Maybe
I think for two French Canadian, we actually popped off and managed to speak properly for quite a while. So I mean, props on us for that, because that went smoothly, I should say.
Yeah, pretty smoothly. I mean, sometimes we tend to miss some words, but I mean, look, XQC has 40K viewer. He's both a great inspiration for us, and he can't speak.
We French Canadian
can still make it. All right. Well, I really appreciate it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna end the stream now, but thank you again for being there, and we'll talk soon.
My pleasure. Yeah, man.
Take care.